Welcome to the landscaping series. Today we will be doing a big landscape job. I came over to the office a few hours early to do a bit of paperwork. Now it's time to get loaded up and head on out. The job for today includes spreading 10 yards of red mulch and moving a pile of compost to the garden and spreading it. We will be taking the Ram 2500, the 18-foot bumper pole, and the Bobcat FS19. I just finished up all of the paperwork. Let's grab the keys to the Ram and head out the door. Now, when I headed over to the shop earlier today, it was just over 50 degrees. And let's kind of see what it is out here. Let's be over 75 now, which is awesome. Hopefully, it warms up a bit more. The Hemi started right up here. This is a 6.4 liter, and I really do like the regular cap long, but this will be one of our first jobs getting to use it. Get back up here to the trailer and we'll just make sure. Perfect, we'll get it attached. We will be mainly in the Skidsteer, but we'll hop out and use a hand rake at times to help kind of spread it out. And I think right there should be good. Let's put the ramps down and we'll get loaded up. Now, since we are going to be kind of taking a pile of compost, I think the bucket with teeth will be a little bit easier to kind of get in and get us some full buckets. Now, for today's job, I was kind of deciding what skid steer do we use, and I would prefer the tracks, but a lot of the mulch spreading will be using the asphalt driveway side, and I really don't want to tear up the tracks doing that. Now, let's back this on the trailer. I think that might be a little bit easier to get unloaded. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Let me know how it is down below. My day has been busy, but it's been so far so good. This is one awesome setup we are running. Really am excited to have this Ram truck here in FS19. I've been talking about it for quite a long time, trying to get this one here from 17, and I finally was able to do it, and this thing looks awesome. And this skid steer is probably one of our #1 most used pieces of equipment. Now I am still working on the Ram to get all the lights to work and a few other things. Over the last few weeks we spent a lot of time here with the landscaping series, moving it here to the new map and also to the brand new shop. We did a few upgraded videos, but now it's time to get right into the season. We do have a lot of spring jobs coming up here, a lot more mulch jobs. I feel like we do 100, 200 yards of mulch almost every few weeks here during the spring. So we'll do a lot more of this, different colors. Black mulch is also a pretty big color, red, black, and also the natural mulch color. So I think we'll do a few more of those, and we do have some unique jobs, some tillings, things like that as well, which we will do. Now the customer was able to get free delivery here for the mulch, and that's why I just gave them the go-ahead to just have the local supplier just kind of drop it off. It's a little bit easier on us, and then we don't have to charge them a little bit for that. But first, let's kind of take a full walk around here on the job, and then we'll kind of do one at the end showing once it's done. So they want mulch all along here to the back, and also mulch in here. That should be a pretty easy thing to do. And the next thing, which I think we will tackle this part first, is they have a compost pile here. Big leaf pile they had last fall, and now it's a great compost here. A little bit of leaf is still mixed into it, but we'll be bringing this big pile to the garden over here. So I think we'll do that one first. That might be a little bit easier. So let's hop in the Bobcat and get going. Now, if you do have any cool job ideas, please let me know. I really can't wait to be doing these videos. I really want to do almost every single day landscaping, just because I really do enjoy this series. Let's get it loaded off here. Perfect. Now I am trying to find some ways to make this series even more realistic. I have a few ideas coming up as well, and you guys will be seeing in some upcoming videos. And yeah, the teeth are already helping out. Compost is usually kind of hard, compact, but was able to get right into it. Now, for my videos, I do use a Xbox controller, and I do recommend it for anyone that does play on the PC, especially for like Skidsteer's arms like this. It really helps out. So the customer said just to spread the entire pile, and that they would till it, mix it in, so we won't have to worry about that part. Trying to do the best I can skid steer wise to prevent from tearing up the grass, but I don't think just driving back and forth and doing the best turns will cause too much damage. This compost will definitely help their garden grow. Now the customer did say they do plant tomatoes, and also I believe they did say lettuce and cucumbers, a few other things like that. And I actually do have a garden in real life. Maybe I could do a few videos turning the soil over if you guys would like. I would really like to thank all of you guys for the support over the last few weeks. We've been kind of getting back to some pretty awesome videos, and so far everyone has been really enjoying them. And I do plan to be back with some multiplayer videos soon. We did one earlier this week, and you guys really did enjoy it, so stay tuned for more of those. They will be pretty cool, not just landscaping, some other cool series, which I will keep a surprise. And how much more do we have in the bucket? I think we'll just kind of come back and actually the bucket's empty. I do have the AC running just a little bit to kind of keep it a little bit cooler inside the cab, since it is 75 out, but inside here with the sun and everything, it's probably 80, 85, and that little bit of AC really helps out. It makes it just very comfortable to be in the cab. Now the customer did say that we don't have to spread the entire pile, just spread the majority of it, so I think we'll just do these big passes, and then they could do kind of mix it all together like they did. So one more bucket and then we'll switch to mulch. Like I did touch upon, mulch is a pretty big part of our spring landscape business. We do 200 plus yards every week and a half to 2 weeks. It is just a lot. Now, I would like to be more realistic, use a wheelbarrow and a shovel, but that just really does not work too well in farm sim. And perfect, so we got that done there. Really wanted to do a lot more first person for this, and we'll do a lot more third person view for the mulch. I always find that a little bit easier. Let's get going here on this red mulch, and mulch has been pretty pricey these last few weeks here, over $30, $35, $40 a yard, depending on the different suppliers. Hopefully the customer got a good deal on it. Now this should look awesome when we are done here, which will be great. Really do like seeing the final product. Let's see, can we touch up that little bit there? And doesn't look like we can, which is fine. Oh yeah, this is already changing and really helping out with the curb appeal here of this house as well. So we are on the new map I currently am working on. Actually, I will be making it a much bigger map as well. Farm fields, it will be pretty much a map that you could really do any cool thing on it as well, and it's coming along really well. We should be able to get all of these 10 yards spread pretty quickly as well. And it looks like the truck kind of unloaded it directly in the center. And luckily the customer's cars were not in the garage, or else they wouldn't be able to be really leaving their house for a few days. Let's see if we can kind of touch this up. We'll definitely have to get out there with a hand rake, and I really do want a rake where we could actually do that. I think that'll be an awesome thing. Pretty realistic to get out hand rake. I'm not sure if there is one of those mods, and if you do have any cool equipment you guys would like me to use, let me know. I really want to use the Kubota tractor coming up. We do have some jobs for it, which is awesome, and we do have some other unique jobs which we'll be tackling. I really don't see too many more equipment upgrades here for the landscaping shop. We really have everything we need. Now it's just time to get ready, get working, and put all these equipment to work. The goal is always to use the equipment to help pay them off and make a profit for the company, and I really don't want to have too much equipment that sits around, so if the equipment can't be used every week, more than likely we will be selling it. Oh, look at that nice even spread. Sometimes you could do a really good job, and then other times it is a bit tricky. Oh, look at that. That looks awesome. We'll have to go to the other side of the tree. We'll actually bring a full bucket when we do that. Now I was able to get this map working with the extra building materials as well, so we can get gravel, things like that here on the map, which is also a pretty awesome thing since we do use a lot of those in these videos. Now I do want a little bit of overlap to prevent any spots from not getting it. It is always tricky trying to see in time where it's going to come out of, and actually let's kind of clean that a little bit up. Put a little bit too much on the driveway side, which is fine. We can really just kind of clean it up really nicely, and I'm not sure if that's going to be too possible. Let's see if we can kind of fix this. So that will be tricky, and we'll just kind of have to work around those little techniques. Yeah, I don't really want to clean up that little bit. We might end up causing a little bit too much work to do by redoing it all the time. Perfect, so we got that one done there. I think we'll just kind of get a full bucket load after each one to make it easier for us. Perfect, so we got that done there. Wow, this looks awesome so far. Really want to see if we could kind of touch this area up that we kind of ran into. And we did it there, so that looks awesome. Let's kind of go around. We don't want to be driving through the mulch, and let's see if we could kind of keep going on this side. Now I think we'll kind of leave this little gap area open. Let's kind of go along the driveway, garage area, and see if we can start down here now. Using the building materials mod is always a bit tricky, but so far we've been doing a pretty good job. If you guys have not already, I do recommend you go give me a follow over on Instagram and subscribe here to the channel. I do post daily farm sim videos with the occasional second video, such as AETS, GTA 5, cool things like that as well. And we are caught there on the tree. So we'll have to do a little bit of hand raking around since we can't really get too close to it here, and it looks awesome. Looks like the customer ordered a little bit too much mulch, but they'll definitely kind of find a place for it. Now we are spreading the mulch just around 3 inches in thickness. I think that's a pretty good amount. It helps stop the weeds as well, and that's also a nice thing. Not only does it look good, it really helps out with not having the weeds just kind of keep growing through. See if we could get around that tree, and I think need only a few more buckets. Yeah, so it will be a little bit left. Maybe the customer ordered more than 10, but on the phone I did let them know that we needed 10. And this will be our last bucket here, and then I will just do some touch up here off camera. But so far, I mean, we did a pretty good job here. It's always been a little tricky, but today just went very smooth with the FS19, doing a little bit of moving of some compost and 10 yards of mulch. But hope you guys enjoyed today's day here at the landscaping series. Getting back to doing some jobs, a lot more coming up, 2 or 3 jobs a week to the channel. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one and subscribe for more.